Good morning. Jesus, my voice is nice in the morning. Welcome to a day in my life. I have no idea why I'm doing this, but I hope you guys find it interesting. It's 7 a.m. It's when I get up usually. Not always a great idea. For those of you who follow me a little bit on social media, you know I'm a little bit of a number geek, training geek, food geek. It's one of the things to check in the morning, or blood sugar at night. Long story, but I find it interesting. Time for some yoga. For those who are watching the podcast, Dries will laugh. Some meditation as well.
How long have you been doing yoga for?
Well, Jacqueline, she started studying it, and then I started, but like every morning like this at 7, 4 months. It was something to laugh about because I'm not the most stretchy person in the world.
Do you think this helps you in the car?
I mean, it's not making me drive any quicker to be more flexible, but it does help me a bit with like back problems which I had. And I just like doing it in the morning, first thing, to just wake up easily and calm and be a bit by myself for the first half an hour. It helps me have a more relaxed day. Time for breakfast. I used to be a full-on coffee person, but now I switching between coffee and tea.
I think we all know you love acai bowls. Are you making this today?
I think I'm gonna make them for lunch. So after my first training. You want one? For breakfast, blueberries, strawberries, oatmeal, chia seeds, some whey powder, overnight oats, I guess what you call them. I take my food quite seriously, as some of you who follow me on Instagram already noticed. Now on the age, there's no rules for weight for drivers, so pretty much the lighter you are, the better, which is not really fair because I mean I can lose weight, but you can have guys like Dries, for example, who are 1.40 m high, and then they obviously only weigh 60 kilos. It's obviously quite an advantage. Now I'm consistently around 68. Should get some new strawberries maybe. Like the geek I am, put everything in a nice app. Again, people sometimes say it is necessary, but if you look at cyclists, which I view as the most professional athletes in terms of nutrition, they weigh every gram of rice. I almost do. But on every meal, I always put one kind of little cheat thing. It's actually not really cheating because it's 0 sugar maple. My pills. I'm leaving to testing in 2 days. That's my breakfast. Everybody thinks that you can't eat a pizza or you can't eat french fries or a burrito. I had burrito yesterday, I had a pizza 3 days ago. I just make it myself and I make it on a healthy way. I like the challenge of making unhealthy foods good and healthy.
What advice would you give your younger self?
Everything always turns out alright. I think you tend to worry a lot, and I still do, about will I be good, will I achieve my dreams. Most of the time it turns out alright. It's just a question of time, patience, and just continuing doing what you believe in doing, I think. So I eat 1 kiwi a day. It helps me to poop. Back one story I saw on a vlog or a blog, wherever, that Jordan Taylor tried to eat a kiwi like this. But you need to spoon it out, Jordan. It's better. Ah, is Sunny minis? Wow. Ja, ja? Okay. So after breakfast, I usually have breakfast around 8 and then go training around 10. So then I most of the time work for 2 hours a bit, do some emails, Look at my training. Don't have so much to do today because I did most of it yesterday. In the past, I record all my trainings, plan it out for 2 weeks and really like stick to it. If I wouldn't do it, then I would feel bad. This season, I'm doing more intensity. So I do periodize my training a bit, but then I go a bit day by day. Like today, the weather is pretty awful. It's not nice to go cycling, so I'll do a run. 6 minutes hard, 2 minutes easy, 4 times, cool down. The colors are when I'm not home, and that's without travel days. 4 gold. No, it's carbs, lemon cola, just to get my blood sugar up a bit before I start. That's why also so difficult with food. I have EBS, irritable bowel syndrome. The founders of 4 Gold have the same or even worse, like celiac, whatever. So it's very gut friendly. Sugar drinks I can't drink because then I get bloated and I fart like hell. 10-minute warm up and then the fun starts. Funny enough, I think 1.5 years ago, I absolutely used to hate running. I never did it, I only went on the bike. And then when I started to do my Ironman, I actually started to enjoy it because you go through the pain of that everything hurts. When it's this bad, I mean it's 5 degrees, it's no sun, drizzling a bit. Have to go. Running at threshold is never the funnest thing in the world. Last week it went a bit easier, but it was okay. Exhausting. So, interesting fact, a lot of people I'm always mention Dries. Why are you wearing this thing, which he's wearing now as well? It's a blood sugar sensor, which used in triathlon a lot. And I said it didn't went so great, went okay. And you see, it never really went up when I went running. Especially when you're doing an interval, that's what you would hope. And now it drops down quite a lot, which means I'm a bit low on energy or sugar. And that explains why it feels a bit harder than maybe normally.
Does that mean you ate too little?
It's very difficult. Sometimes it means you ate too little the last couple of days. Sometimes it means you ate too little sugar. Like I always train in blocks. Like I do 3 weeks, gradually more and more and more. A week of rest, easy training. And this is now the 3rd week. Last week I did quite a lot. And if then you don't eat accordingly, you feel it in the end and your body doesn't really recover, even though I had a big oatmeal this morning, and yesterday I had rice and potatoes. This is something I've seen already often, like in the 3rd week of training, but I'm just doing this myself, I'm learning this myself. Not a lot of dietists or people have a huge amount of experience with it yet, because it's only used for diabetics. And those who that's wrong. Those who use it like professionals, they obviously don't share everything. As always, after training, it's important to eat something. I'm gonna have a vezelrijke ontbijtkoek. I'm leaving in 2 days to a secret destination. 1 t-shirt.
Do you find it hard always having to leave home?
Yes and no. I mean, I like traveling. I like being all over the world. But in an ideal world, you would go somewhere like now for, I don't care, 5 days a week, come back home and like have time to kind of unpack your bag, reset, live normal life for a week and then go again. That's fine, that's what I like as well, because now I've been home 2 weeks and I'm like, I've done everything I had to do and now I'm quite keen to go again. But the thing which I don't like is we're going from, like I said, from A to B to C to D without coming home, because it's just exhausting. I mean, it's okay, it's complaining at a high level, but that phase I like a little bit less. But yeah, like I said, it's complaining at high levels. Maybe a good idea to show you my room. It's also our podcast room, so here's Jacqueline doing the magic. I have all my helmets from the past. I have all of them except 2. Back in the go-karting days. I thought I kept 1 suit, but I kept the suit from Dries. From the tree, VGT, spa, ring. Macau. Never thought about that. It's literally the first time I think about it, but it looks like the mall. Imsa. Spa. GTD Pfaff. There's one left for the mall this year. And, when we won the mall on the Pink Pig, I got a present from the dealership from Belgium. I use maybe one time a year, that's all. Kevin and Michael, they signed it as well. For my small cars. The problem is a bit space because I hope I'm still racing for another 10 years. My SimTech simulator, to be very honest, not sitting so much in it. But it's, I mean, I couldn't wish for a better simulator, so it's not my excuse. Here is Lawrence Vanthoor's famous acai bowl. I mean, everybody knows by now, I think I love acai bowls. And it's maybe a bit arrogant to say myself, but I became quite the expert in making them myself. A package of acai smoothie bowl. And then I add a scoop of whey protein. 75 grams of whatever milk you like. I use almond milk. And then it's very important to have a good mixer. And honestly, I've went to like, I don't know how many. This one looks very simple, but it mixes 10 times better than all the other ones together, and it gives it like a kind of a mousse. Then normally I add strawberries, but as you saw this morning, my strawberries were a bit disgusting, so it's gonna be blueberries. Then some nice gluten-free granola. I said I love peanut butter, but peanut butter is quite a bit fatty, so I use peanut butter powder. 90% less fat, 6 grams of protein. So it's actually 2 tablespoons is like 60 calories, whereas if you put normal peanut butter, it would be, what, triple? Voila. So, past lunch, 1 o'clock. Just had a short meeting. Now after morning training I usually take a bit of rest now, or I go do something with the wife and the kids, but they're not there, so I'm gonna lay on the couch for an hour and finish my movie from yesterday. And then the afternoon it's time for training 1, so I feel especially if you're training 2 times a day, it's nice to have a bit of recovery in between. And then just an excuse to being lazy and having a bit of a nap. Recovery is important. Morning. Had a nice little nap, just like half an hour, called a power nap. Now having a coffee, a sacred coffee of course, a bit of fruits, and then I think about half an hour I'll start my second workout of the day. It's a high intensity training. It's quite painful. It's an intense day like I said, so it's the last one of this week because tomorrow I'm going for a very easy long ride. Have a coffee somewhere, and then I'm flying out for testing. It's last hard training before a bit of driving finally. On today's menu, high intensity workout. I always start off with some reaction lights, and then 2 rounds of 5 exercises, 3 each. 60 seconds exercise, 30 seconds rest, 5-minute break in between. Not looking forward to it, but I mean, it's kind of fun. It's short pain, but it's definitely going to be tough.
What was your record?
126.
124. That was close.
Too much pressure. I feel like a chicken. feel the sweat running down my ass creek. So I'm gonna do one more time my lights because reaction time is important when you're tired, not when you're fresh.
It's not bad.
Not too bad. So, took a shower, much needed. Now it's time for dinner. My chicken, rice and vegetables. Sounds boring, but I like it. It came out pretty good. Some ketchup. And you know what? I thought I trained pretty well today. Burned some calories. I went to the post office and I took myself a white chocolate Côte d'Or boucher.
Oh my god! Wow!
I'm gonna enjoy it very much on the couch later on. So I'm gonna enjoy my dinner, then I have to do a little bit more work, and then that's the end of the day. It's time for my... I'm gonna eat it in peace when the camera's off, but I think I should do a vlog about it, like a 10,000 chocolate calorie challenge in a day, or yeah, a day should be enough. Question is when I'm gonna do that. Probably best is after Le Mans, but maybe after Sebring in America. I generally try to, after 7, try to like turn off my computer, put my phone more on the side, my brain off, let's say. I know when I do that I sleep a lot better. So it's obviously now I'm alone here, so it's very calm. When my daughter is there and the wife, it's a bit more action packed, a bit more relaxed time now. Watch a movie. So it's a bit before 10 o'clock. I usually try to go to bed latest at 10. Because I get up early in the morning. Just find that I sleep better and I'm more productive. Been a reasonable, relaxed day. As you can see, I was alone, so good day of training. 2 intense sessions. Tomorrow I'll be doing a longer, easy bike ride. More base miles. And then the next day I'll be leaving testing Porsche 963. So yeah, it was a bit of a day in my life. It obviously changes every day, so I might do that at the racetrack maybe. It's a good idea. So I hope you enjoyed it. Had some bit of an insight of what life in the off-season looks like. Yep, time to go to bed. Bye.